We rambled a little bit in our previous video in this series, so we're going to try to keep it cut and dry, straight to the point, no promises.
Maybe I'm selfish. I want you to myself, I can't help it. Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
So I'm sipping on some BCAAs, which is basically branched chain amino acids, which are the building block of protein. It's the very things that make up a protein cell, protein cell, protein molecule. And what this does is basically help you with recovery, with performance, energy, specifically for your muscles, which just translates into overall energy and zest for life. Better recovery, better performance. For me, I cannot go without my BCAAs. Drinking it during my workout, drinking it after my workout. I only mix one portion, but I sort of like split half I drink during my workout, half I drink after. And I cannot go without it. I swear by it so much because I don't know how I would be able to train at the intensity that I train currently. Every single day, I train 6 days a week with one rest day, and being able to show up every day with that capacity. I really don't know what things would be like if I didn't have the support of supplements. So as somebody who was a little bit supplement averse, I realized, just lack of information. This is a completely random tangent, but we're going to ride with it. I completely was just holding myself back by not allowing myself to tap into the support of supplements, especially great supplements. And the Pro Nutrition brand is one that I absolutely love. It works well with my body, it absorbs well, does what it needs to do. And so far, I can't say there's anything bad that's been happening. My cycle still comes on the expected date. Everything is Okay, my loves. So welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here. If you are a newbie, hello. You have discovered one of my many homes on the internet, and I'm so thrilled that you're here. I really hope that you join my YouTube family. It is growing. We are here. We don't have a name yet. Maybe one will come as time goes. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for riding with me. I love you. I appreciate you, and I'm so glad that you're back. And I really sincerely hope that you on the other side of the screen learn something from this video, are inspired, are motivated, are given something to chew on. Today, we're going to continue our series on the menstrual cycle and training on your period. Specifically, today, we are touching on your nutrition through those different phases. So if you haven't caught my last video where I touched on training and how the different phases of your cycle affect your training output and your capacity, please head on over somewhere and click it and watch it because it's going to be the foundation. So we're building on that. So our hormones shift throughout the entire month. So how we fuel also just needs to tweak a little bit in order to support you. And if you really want to see the best in terms of your performance output, your mental output and capacity, as well as your energy, your recovery, and your injury prevention. So menstrual phase, day 1 to 5. This is really where we need to focus on restoration and replenishment. Do you hear those words? They are giving love on you, take care of you. So during this time, our estrogen and our progesterone are at their lowest, and there is a lot of iron being lost in your body due to you physically bleeding. So this is very important for you to put that back. And what's also happening because of you shedding your lining is that you're going to experience a lot of inflammation in your body as well, and your body's going to hold on to water. So it's important here during this time to eat iron-rich foods. Those are your leafy green vegetables, your red meat, your lentils, and your beets. I absolutely love drinking beetroot juice when I'm on my cycle. I juice it myself at home, but you don't have to do that. You can find some beetroot juice in the store and drink that. It's a beautiful way for you to just give back what your body is currently losing. Focusing on anti-inflammatory foods like turmeric, ginger, berries, salmon, and chia seeds can also really help in supporting your body during this phase. And warm grounding meals like your soups and your root veggies. These support digestion and they also just feel really good to eat from the inside. I can't see myself eating a cold salad when I'm on my cycle. Like it just doesn't make sense. Does it make sense for you? Like even sitting on the floor, I don't know, that's an African thing, but sitting on the floor is not something you should be doing as well when you're on your cycle. In fact, as a woman, this is something I've been told by my mom, by my grandma, is that sitting on the floor as a woman is not even something you should be doing without a cushion, without something, because even if you're not on your cycle, that cold goes into your body, and later on during your cycle, when it's time for your cycle, you may experience harsher cramps. For me personally, I have not listened to my mom and my grandma and experience the effects of sitting on the floor and just being all willy-nilly about it. We just have to care for our bodies in a completely different way as compared to the men. And I think that's a beautiful thing. It's something that we get to embrace as the feminine, beautiful beings that we are. So just as a tip, you lose around 16 to 32 milligrams of iron during each cycle of your menstruation. So during those days. So it's important that you just give that back either through supplementation or through your food. Get that iron in. Now, follicular phase, the next phase of your cycle, day 6 to day 14. This is where you are really experiencing your boost in energy, you're light, you are just like, life is beautiful again. I can see the clouds, they are blue. That's how I personally feel. Your estrogen begins to start rising, your mood and your energy start to lift, and your insulin sensitivity also improves. Remember, I mentioned that in the previous video, which means that you can uptake carbs better in your body and use that better for energy. So your body is really primed here to build muscle and to take on that physical challenge in the gym. So things like lighter meals like salads, smoothies, and lean proteins, and complex carbs like quinoa, oats, sweet potato, because sweet potato is going to fuel you like nobody's business, especially if you're training really intensely. Make sure that you're feeding your body to support that. And also fermented foods like yogurt, kimchi, and kefir. This is just good for your gut health and for you to regulate that hormonal gut microbiome, the gut microbiome. Your gut is very important. It is your second brain. So eating to support that is going to keep you sharp mentally and keep your motivation high to support how you naturally feel in this phase. Please don't mind me looking down, guys. I have my laptop here and I have notes. Okay, I got notes because there's a lot of information. So, just a little tip for you, wrapping up the follicular phase, is that the increase in your estrogen means that your body's able to have an improved insulin sensitivity, which basically means that this is the time for you to up your carbs, and you're going to experience that your body's going to be able to better utilize those carbs for fuel and for recovery. Don't say I didn't tell you. Now, moving on to our ovulation day. So, this phase is where your power and your performance are again improved because your estrogen peaks and your testosterone naturally rises. So, this makes you feel more strong, more social, more capable, more energized. And this is great for your workouts. So, how can you eat in order to support you in this phase? Make sure that you're getting in your lean proteins and your complex carbs that are going to help you in building muscle. So getting in your chicken, your eggs, your brown rice, your sweet potatoes, your legumes, yes. And then you also want to focus on some zinc-rich foods like beef, like cashew nuts, like pumpkin seeds, because these are going to naturally help you in your ovulation and that hormone health bit. And then the next thing you want to focus on is your hydration. Because your metabolism is revving up, you want to make sure that you're supporting your body with adequate, sufficient hydration. What's hydration? Water. Water is the best form of hydration and the best way to really, I don't know where this accent's coming from, the best way to really make sure that your body absorbs that water really well is to add some Himalayan pink salt to it. So this is a trick that I'm going to let it go. This is a trick that I learned during one of my programs with Nangado, who, if you're in Namibia, you know Nangado. She's one of the OG trainers in the space in Namibia who has carved and paved the way for us all. I love you, Nangado. So I learned this trick from her where she said, you sprinkle a little bit of pink Himalaya salt in your water, and it helps boost your water with electrolytes, and that supports your body with absorbing the water better, better hydration, voila. Don't underestimate hydration. It's a very important part. So during your ovulation phase as well, your metabolic rate begins to increase. So make sure that you are fueling yourself properly so that you can prevent those unnecessary cravings in your luteal phase. If you're not fueling yourself sufficiently in this phase because your body naturally wants more fuel, more energy, more carbs, more protein, more fats, you're going to find that later in your luteal phase, you're going to struggle a little bit with your cravings, which is completely fine. Like I mentioned, I lean into my cravings. I do not let myself not have that donut or that ice cream. But this is just a way for you to combat that. So eat. Your body's going to use the fuel better. So don't feel like, oh no, gosh, I'm so ravenous, but why am I such a beast? No, eat the food. Okay. Now, moving on to our luteal phase, here is day 15 to day 28. And the focus here is really to give your body support and to slowly begin to restore balance, comfort, love. Here your progesterone begins to rise. PMS is going to come through. I mean, I don't know why PMS needs to last like a whole 7 days before I actually get my cycle, but that's what it is. Your energy will naturally begin to drop. Your cravings will begin to start to niggle at you, and you're like because your blood sugar is dipping, and your mood will shift. I have actually installed my period app on my husband's phone, and he checks it very regularly because he has experienced me through the different phases. And sometimes he's just like, who is this lady? And where is my wife? So I think it's so important to have that awareness, especially if you're living with somebody else that like, listen, just leave me alone. Just give me some space. I cannot control my mood right now. And if I'm going to be annoying and a bitch, then that's just what's going to come through. For me, I nag. I nag a lot. Everything annoys me. Every little piece of dirt on the floor, the toilet seat up, like, yeah. Anyway, nutrition tips for this phase is to focus on magnesium-rich foods. Those are your dark chocolates. So allow yourself to have the chocolate, honey. Just make sure it's dark chocolate. Have some almonds with that, your leafy greens. These all support your body in terms of reducing your cramps and also helping you support your mood naturally. Focus on vitamin B6 and your complex carbs, bananas, sweet potato, and your chickpeas. These all support serotonin production, and serotonin is the hormone that helps you just naturally feel a little bit lighter and more buzzed about life and not so, in the depression of it all. Because listen, my mood swings in the luteal phase, sometimes I think I'm pretty sure it's a mild version of PMDD because whoa. Also during this phase, smaller frequent meals are going to be best because that's going to help you stabilize your blood sugar, which is going to help you manage those sugar cravings. So eat smaller, cuter meals, but take care of yourself. Love on you. Reduce. In fact, avoid alcohol and caffeine because they intensify your PMS symptoms. They make it worse. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but caffeine and even alcohol will give you a little bit of the runs when you're on your period if you have it. So I highly recommend that you just give yourself a little bit of a break from those substances during your luteal phase and leading up into your menstrual phase, like the entire phase. Like, just don't drink. Just love on yourself differently. Have a cup of tea. Okay? So instead of restricting or fighting your cravings, let's lean into what your body needs through the different phases of your cycle. Use this information that I've given you in this video, in this series, to really help you make a better, more informed choice about how you're taking care of yourself, how you're training through the different phases of your cycle. That's it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, that you learned something, and that this information is going to make you feel more empowered in terms of tackling your cycle, how you eat, how you train, and how you best support your body. If you missed the first video, I also shared a tracking your cycle template that I would love for you to tap into. It's a beautiful place for you to begin to get to know your body and to really honor and respect the sacred time that your body is going to go through monthly for many, many years to come until menopause says hello. So it's important for us to embrace this natural cycle of our lives, celebrate it, love on ourselves, and embrace the fact that this is just what it is when it comes to being a woman, and we get to love on it. We get to love our period. No more hating our period. And I believe that information is the way forward. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure that you subscribe, like this video so that this content reaches as many women as possible, so more of us are feeling empowered in our fitness and wellness journeys. And I will catch you in the very next video, where we're going to be busting through some training on your period myths that I want us to all discuss and release once and for all. Once and for all. All right, my loves, I will catch you in the next one. Toodaloo! Arrivederci!